It was built 50 years ago, and the only thing we've ever done to it is paint a few times, or had it painted. I don't think we ever painted it. We always had painters come in and do it.
The carpeting in the main part was original, which I think is fascinating in the last 50 years. But the carpeting in the chancel had been replaced, or at least covered.
As we started looking at what had to be done, first it was the carpet, obviously, because that was really worn, and we knew we needed new paint. And that was kind of where we started the project. And then as we started looking and looked at the pews, we're so used to them, we didn't realize how ugly they looked. And so we thought if we could get those refinished, it would be much nicer. And then we decided that the only way to finish them properly is to have them done outside, which costs more money. So the project very quickly got way out of hand, and no way we could afford a $250,000 project.
Right.
So we looked at it critically again and said, we can paint everything. We could do that, and we can do this, and we can do that, and I could do this.
That's what Walt said.
And I think we have enough people in the church who would step up and do it, and we did.
It was a tremendous response that we got, and some of it was because we just went out there and asked and said, we cannot do this without you. And our members came through for us. They really did. Yeah. Because of Walt's initiative, he developed what he called our stewardship log. So every time anybody came here to work, they would sign in, and with the time frame that they were here and with the job that they worked on. And so at the end, we totaled it all up, and we had just over 1,825 hours of volunteer labor provided by somewhere between 70 and 80 people. Of course, Walt did the lion's share at over 350 hours. And then there were 4 others who did over 100.
I was kind of the supervisor of the project, so I was the only one that knew what everything was going on. So whenever there was contractors here doing lighting or pews or whatever, I had to kind of be the focal point to let them know which pews to take, which ones to make shorter, and all the little details that get buried in a project this big. One of the concerns we had early on, as we had contractors come in and give us ideas and give us pricing and everything, was at least one of them said, when you do anything to a church like this, and you make changes, you're going to lose 10% of your people. 10% of people aren't going to like whatever you do, whether it's put seats on the pews or whether you paint a different color or not. And that's not the case here. And most people go, wow.
Yeah.
Not just, okay, it's painted. It's a wow. And that's makes me feel really good. Yes, we did.
Came in under budget.
And on time.
And
Not ahead of schedule, but on time.
That was the most significant thing, because we had Rally Day that we needed to be ready for on September 14th, and then a wedding on September 19th.
And by about June, when we really hadn't started yet, I was really getting worried.
Yeah.
So it was actually June 12th that we started, and Walt began here taking apart the pulpit.
June 12th.
$1 million while we're at it.
Yeah, because you're doing all this work, now's the time, you know, and so a lot of
Like
things.
our chunk glass windows.
Right, that was just oh yeah, we gotta clean those, and we probably spent 200
how
hours
many
doing
hours.
that. I mean, there's a lot of
So
people
many
worked that
hours.
for a couple of weeks.
The job would have been impossible without the volunteers.
Yeah, and up front, we knew there was a lot of work, and we did solicit some of the key people who we knew had the skills and talents to help drive the project, and we got enough commitment that we said, yeah, we can do it.
We were fortunate enough to be featured in the Philadelphia Inquirer the Saturday before we opened on Rally Day. And one of the things we talked about was what a tremendous stewardship effort this was, and how this whole project really illustrates what stewardship means. So many of our members gave their money to make this happen, and then so many of those same people, and then others who maybe weren't able to give, came here and gave their time. As I said before, over 1,800 hours were put toward this project, and it's just an incredible accomplishment, an incredible volunteer effort, an incredible illustration of what true stewardship really means.
Stewardship's not just giving money and pledging, it's committing your time and being part of something. You know, the more you give, the more you get back.
I can't believe we actually did this, and it looks so wonderful.
Lord, my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. Then sings my soul, it is well with my soul, with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great. Great is thy faithfulness, O God my Father, and there is no shadow